this one I want to bring you because there's a developing story in the science community. It's happening right now. There's a rare geomagnetic storm occurring.
A powerful solar storm hit Earth today, and aside from the amazing images,
Pat, a severe solar storm smacked the Earth with a surprisingly big geomagnetic jolt on Tuesday, but no damage has been reported. The storm ranked a 4 on a scale of 5. 2 magnetic plasma bursts left the sun on Sunday and got to Earth about 15 hours earlier and much stronger than had been expected.
A cool sighting over Switzerland and Austria last night. Check it out. What appears to be a meteor is caught on camera streaking across the sky. That's amazing.
Some people in Europe had a spectacular view this morning if the clouds didn't get in the way. A total solar eclipse took place.
We've entered the peak of the eclipse. I have to say there's an eerie darkness that has descended on parts of the capital.
On the ground on the Faroe Isles, day turns to night. Those watching plunged into darkness.
Millions of people in more than a dozen countries stopped what they were doing and looked up. A black hole in the sky, offering a rare glimpse at the sun's outer atmosphere.
There it is, the diamond ring.
A solar eclipse, coming at the same time as a supermoon, the closest it gets to the Earth, and the vernal equinox, the first day of spring. A rare cosmic coincidence.
A new mystery tonight. Wildlife resource officers are trying to figure out why dozens of birds dropped dead out of the sky at the same time in Spring Hill. It was an eerie scene, as you can see here, with more than 50 birds on the road. Wildlife officers bagged some birds and took samples, but they say they've never seen anything like this.
Pictures show some of the thousands of snow geese found dead in eastern Idaho. The carcasses stretched for dozens of acres and were first noticed on Friday.
There's no doubt that 2,000 birds died there.
I'm up every day and think that's the end of it, and I wake up the next morning and look out and there's another 50, 60, 70.
This woman says hundreds of dead fish are popping up along the shore outside her home.
Teresa Williams has lived in the Bridgewater neighborhood for about 11 years, but for the past week or so, she says she's been waking up to an unpleasant sight.
Something fishy is happening on the beaches of the Outer Banks. Lots of fish, and a lot of you are talking about it. 10 of your side viewers emailed us dozens of pictures of dead fish along the shoreline. So what is going on?
Another mystery of sorts, the whereabouts of Vladimir Putin. Just this morning, the Russian president made his first public appearance in nearly 2 weeks, but did he shed any light on where he's been?
Russia has kicked off massive 5-day military drills amid spiraling tensions with the West over the crisis in Ukraine.
Стратегических ракетоносцев, которые вылетели с аэродрома в Энгельсе. Их маршруты фиксировались средствами десантники Костромского и Ивановского соединения. Сложности не только из-за непростых климатических условий. Совершила многокилометровый бросок и заняла назначенное. Представлять Ростов, вспомним, как было непросто, линии 90-е, борзая оборот.
NATO fighter jets are landing in Estonia for large-scale military exercises, which the U.S. and several European countries are conducting near the Russian border.
Pope Francis marks the second anniversary of his surprise election by predicting that he will not be pope for much longer.
Francis predicts his pontificate will only last about 2 or 3 more years.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what DeKalb Police Department is doing with your taxpayers' dollar and how they're protecting and serving today, this is it. They are progressing their militarized agenda. They are currently training in these abandoned houses.
I'm here to talk about a massive military drill that will be conducted on American soil from July 15th to September 15th of this year. U.S. Army Special Operations Command calls this Operation Jade Helm 15. Texas and Utah have been painted red. In the legend, it states that red is a hostile area. Now, why is the federal government calling Utah and Texas hostile?
Breaking news from Missouri. The St. Louis County Police Chief moments ago talking to reporters, revealing they have several leads tonight after 2 police officers were ambushed. It all happened this week after the Ferguson police chief resigned and that peaceful protest that suddenly took a turn.
Prominent academic and author Dr. Michelle Chossudovsky warned that the so-called war on terrorism is a front to propagate America's global hegemony and create a new world order.
St. Louis High School is one of the first in the nation to have a new kind of security.
Facial recognition cameras scan people's faces as they try to get in the building. If you're not on their system, you can't get in.
Come into this door, walk through, look at the camera.
His face is recognized and he's allowed in.
Recognize my face, the light goes on, and then I can open the door.
There's controversy at a high school during the Pledge of Allegiance. A lesson on language turns into questions about patriotism. CBS 2's Lou Young reports on a school divided.
Tonight, our country's symbol of freedom has been taken down by the student government at UC Irvine because it makes them more culturally inclusive. That move has sparked huge debate tonight, including at the school's sister campus, UC San Diego.
Last week, the Legislative Council at UC Irvine voted to ban all flags, including the American flag, from hanging in common areas of any student government offices, a decision that has left many veterans dumbfounded.
It's preposterous. You know, I can't understand it.
Time to wake up, America. If you just stepped foot on Earth and saw what was going on in America, there's a good chance you'd think we were enemies with Israel and allies with Iran. This week, President O finally picked up the phone to congratulate the Prime Minister on his re-election. Then President Obama dropped a bomb. He added a warning to Netanyahu, play ball with me or else. In fact, the Obama administration is considering taking actions against Israel, our greatest ally.
My name is John Yarmouth of Kentucky. Gathered with me are colleagues, all of whom opposed the appearance of Prime Minister Netanyahu today.
Congressman John Yarmouth of Kentucky is here to tell us why he chose to stay away.
What I objected to was the fact that he pulled out the Dick Cheney playbook, used fear-mongering, made statements that are totally unsupportable. Those are, again, scaremongering tactics that don't advance the dialogue. And I knew he was going to do that, and that's one of the reasons I objected to the speech.
My 18 years of law enforcement, I haven't seen this.
Pile-ups stranded hundreds, creating traffic nightmares that made national headlines. Cars stuck, abandoned, turning a busy highway into an eerie graveyard.
The line of stranded tractor-trailers stretched down the highway for 40 miles. Icy roast caused several accidents that shut down 2 major highways in Kentucky, stranding more than 600 vehicles overnight.